Imagine two people. Both are 50 years old. Both were born the same year. Both work similar jobs. They live similar lives. They earn similar incomes. And yet, one person's internal biology resembles that of a healthy 38-year-old. The other's biology looks more like a 65-year-old's. Same chronological age, completely different biological ages. How can that be? And perhaps more importantly, how do we measure it? Welcome to one of the most intriguing frontiers in modern longevity science, the emerging world of AI-driven proteomics, a technology that could fundamentally change how we think about aging, risk, and prevention. For most of human history, we've measured age with a calendar. You are born. Time passes. Your birthday arrives every year. That's chronological age, simple, clear, immutable. But biology isn't that simple. Aging does not advance at the same pace for everyone. Some people accumulate risks, wear and tear, and dysfunction far sooner than their peers. Others maintain strength, cognition, and metabolic health long into later decades. The calendar tells you how long you've been alive. Biology tells you how well you're aging while alive, and those two are often not the same. This distinction has produced one of modern medicine's most important questions. Can we measure how fast a person is truly aging? Not their birthday, not their appearance, but the actual biological rate of decline or resilience unfolding inside their tissues and organs? Increasingly, scientists believe the answer is yes. To understand why, we first need to understand proteins. Every second of every day, your body manufactures proteins. Proteins build tissues and organs. They repair damage, they coordinate immune responses, they carry fuel, ferry signals, and regulate hormones. They maintain muscle, lubricate joints, shape brain function, and balance inflammation. In short, proteins are the active workforce of biology. DNA provides the blueprint, but proteins do the work. Now imagine taking a single blood sample and measuring not 10 or 20 markers, but thousands of proteins at once. Each protein becomes a tiny clue, a signal about inflammation, cellular stress, immune activity, metabolic state, tissue repair, and organ function. Viewed together, these thousands of proteins form a complex, dynamic fingerprint of your body's current state. This is proteomics, the large-scale study of proteins and biological systems. And when you pair proteomics with artificial intelligence, something powerful happens. AI can analyze enormous, high-dimensional datasets in ways that were impossible a decade ago, revealing subtle patterns and relationships that escape human perception. Here's where things get extraordinary. AI models can examine thousands of proteins simultaneously, detect patterns invisible to the naked eye, and compare those patterns against massive databases of health outcomes, disease progressions, and aging trajectories. The output is a biological fingerprint, a map of how your body is aging beneath the surface. Researchers have found that certain proteins reliably change with age. Some steadily increase, others decline, some reflect chronic inflammation. Others signal reduced tissue repair or immune wear and tear. Certain combinations of protein changes correlate with cardiovascular risk, cognitive decline, frailty, or metabolic dysfunction. Taken together, these protein patterns create a proteomic aging signature, a kind of molecular clock that tells us where someone sits on the spectrum between youthful resilience and advanced biological aging. Think of it this way. Imagine viewing a city from an airplane at night. You cannot see every individual person, but you can observe traffic flows, glowing neighborhoods, industrial hubs, and signs of growth or decay. The city leaves a visible signature. Your biology does the same, and proteomics lets us read that signature. What makes proteomics different from traditional medicine is its systems perspective. For decades, clinical practice has often focused on individual biomarkers, one cholesterol number, one glucose value, one inflammatory marker. These measures are useful, but aging is not caused by a single molecule. It's a systems-level process, interactions among metabolism, inflammation, mitochondrial function, immune competence, and repair mechanisms. Proteomics allows us to observe many of these systems at once. AI helps us interpret them. A crucial point: biological age is not destiny. Many people hear biological age and assume it's fixed or fatalistic. It's not. One of the most exciting discoveries in aging science is that biological age appears to be dynamic. It can move, it can improve, and it can worsen. It responds to lifestyle, environment, and targeted interventions. Sleep, exercise, nutrition, stress management, body composition, alcohol use, smoking, and recovery all shape the biological systems that proteomic clocks measure. That's why some researchers prefer to talk about biological resilience, how well your body responds to stress and repairs itself, rather than a single number. This is where AI becomes especially powerful, not because it replaces clinicians, but because it detects complex multivariate patterns that humans cannot hold in their heads. Imagine an algorithm analyzing 5,000 proteins at once and identifying a pattern linked to early vascular aging or to impending loss of muscle strength. No physician can meaningfully process that volume of information unaided. AI enhances pattern recognition the way it has in radiology, augmenting clinicians rather than replacing them. What does this mean in practice? Imagine a future where an annual health assessment includes a detailed aging profile, a biological resilience score, organ-specific aging signals, and a forecast of physiological performance. Instead of waiting for disease to appear, we'd identify biological drift early, before symptoms, before irreversible damage, even before standard clinical tests flag a problem. Clinics could shift from reaction to prevention. The objective would not be anti-aging in the sensational sense, but healthy aging, extending your health span. The years you remain physically capable, mentally sharp, independent, and energetic, not merely your lifespan. When combined with wearable devices, smart rings, sleep trackers, continuous glucose monitors, heart rate variability sensors, and activity watches, Proteomics offers even deeper insight. Wearables give high-frequency snapshots of behavior and physiology. Proteomics provides a deeper, molecular-level snapshot. Together, they let us see how daily habits translate into molecular changes over months and years. And imagine a dashboard that integrates your sleep quality, HRV, activity load, glucose trends, inflammatory markers, and proteomic aging signature. Instead of reacting to a high cholesterol value after a heart attack, clinicians could identify patterns of biological stress years earlier and intervene with targeted lifestyle changes or therapies. That's the shift from treating disease to optimizing biology. A word of caution. Proteomics is exciting, but it is still evolving. Different biological age algorithms can yield different estimates. Proteomic clocks are being refined and validated. AI models are continually updated as new data accumulates. Not every change in a clock has clear clinical meaning yet, and there are important ethical, privacy, and equity considerations as this data becomes more widely available. So we must avoid turning biological age into another health obsession. Aging clocks should be tools, not verdicts. They are guides, not guarantees. The most valuable question isn't simply, what is my biological age? The more useful question is, what is my biology trying to tell me? If your proteomic profile indicates rising inflammation or early organ-specific stress, that's information you can use. Better sleep, targeted exercise, dietary adjustments, stress reduction, strength training, improved recovery, smoking cessation, reduced alcohol, and medical interventions when appropriate. These remain the foundations of longevity. The behaviors with the most robust evidence for improving health span, AI and proteomics help point the way and measure progress more precisely. If there's one lesson I want you to take from today's episode, it is this. Your birthday tells you how long you've been alive. Your proteins, your molecular signatures, tell you how well you are aging. The future of medicine may lie in learning how to listen to those proteins and responding with smart, evidence-based action. I'm Dr. Yende. Thank you for joining me on this episode of OXYZEN Health Intelligence. Remember, aging is not just the passage of time, it is biology in motion. The more we understand that motion, the more opportunities we have to influence its direction. And I'll see you in the next episode.